everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, nice to meet you. I've been doing this like fake handshake thing recently and it's just not, just pretend that didn't happen. My name's Anna. I go to West Virginia University in Morgantown, West Virginia. I'm a rising junior. It's so weird to say that. And that happens to be what I am talking about today. So today I'm going to be doing a very special video since my last WVU college related video. People loved it and I got so many people asking me questions. So I want to put a couple disclaimers before I start this video. Number one, if you have any specific questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram or comment down below and I'll do my best to respond to you guys. I've had a ton of people DMing me and just kind of asking me different things. I love giving people advice, so if you have any specific questions even after this video, feel free to reach out. Oh yeah, if you're new here and you are an incoming freshman WVU, or you're thinking about coming to WVU in the next couple of years, or if you go to WVU, or if you don't but you just think I'm kind of okay, please subscribe. It means so much more to me than I can ever tell you. It really makes me happy. Like every single subscriber that I get just makes me feel like whatever I'm doing is worth it, because it's like you saying like,
hey girl, I see you, this stuff is good.
I'm subscribing, so you know I'm like supporting what you're doing here. So if you would like to support me and not miss any of my future uploads, please subscribe because it would make me so happy. Today I'm going to be doing a WVU life hacks or top tips for WVU students, things that you may not know unless I tell you, but just things that could really save you some time and some money, and just things that you really would not have known unless I told you and got you hip. So that is what I'm here to do today. Let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you need to know is the difference between CRO Ghetto and CRO Gucci. The main grocery store in Morgantown is a Kroger. If you need anything, you're probably going to end up at Kroger. But there are two different Krogers in Morgantown and there is a very big difference. There's one Kroger on Pattison Drive. It's near the Taco Bell and the Burger King. That one we like to call CRO Ghetto. The reason why it's called CRO Ghetto is pretty obvious. It's ghetto as shit. There's nothing fancy. It's worse than Walmart, to be honest. And then there's CRO Gucci. CRO Gucci is in the Suncrest Town Center, and this is a fabulous grocery store. They've got a Starbucks, they've got a healthy section and like vegan and organic, and they've got a whole new facility and it's bigger and it's better, and it's CRO Gucci. If you are looking to go to a Kroger, I would recommend CRO Gucci, and I'm just letting you know that there is a huge difference, so make sure you choose carefully which grocery store you're going to. The second tip I want to let you know of, if you have a car and if you are over 21, the best happy hour in Morgantown by far, if you are balling on a budget, is Maniacs. Maniacs is a little bar and it's in the Suncrest Town Center as well. This particular happy hour has half price drinks, every kind. There's no restrictions. It's half price, but they have pretty good happy hour, and I mean it doesn't really get better than half price drinks. So if you are 21, I would definitely recommend going to Maniacs. Going along with the Suncrest Town Center section, if you like donuts, I'd recommend going to Peace, Love, and Little Donuts. It is the only and the best donut shop in Morgantown. They've got so many cute little gourmet donuts, and on, I believe it's Thursdays, they have $1 donut day, so all the donuts are $1. Okay, here's a really big one. If you have a car, you are going to suffer from the horrendous traffic that is in Morgantown. You're gonna be stuck in traffic more times than you can count, but I'm here to give you a little tip so you can avoid some of that. If you're trying to go to University Town Center, which is where most of the big stores are, so Walmart, Target, Ulta, Sam's Club, the movie theater, all of those places, but there's only one road pretty much to get there. On the way to University Town Center is the Coliseum, which is where all the basketball games are. So if you try to go to the University Town Center or come home from the University Town Center anytime during a basketball game, you're gonna want to die. The traffic is just so bad. It is absolutely horrible and you'll be stuck in it for at least a half an hour. I'd recommend, if you are going to Walmart to get some groceries during basketball season, it sounds kind of extra, but go onto the website and check if there's a game and what time the game's at, because you want to avoid that road at all costs. It is absolutely horrible. So another tip for mostly freshmen, if you are into the party scene at WVU, you will want to go to the downtown areas for food late at night, because there are a ton of different places that are open super late. But if you do that every single time you go out, you're gonna go broke. I know from experience. So here's a little tip to save you some money. If you are a WVU student, there is something called WVU Up All Night, which it goes by the nickname from the students of drunk breakfast. It's pretty self-explanatory. In the lair from about 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. they have free food for any WVU students. Okay, here's one of my #1 tips. I'm here to give you this advice and I need you to take it, because not only are you going to save yourself, but you're probably going to save your friends, and you're probably going to save me. If I see you out one night, you're going to be everyone's favorite person of the night, I promise. If you are a girl and you're planning on going to some frats or even some house parties or even the clubs downtown, bring your own toilet paper. You're gonna think that I'm crazy. There will most likely not be toilet paper anywhere you go past 10 p.m. on any night, Thursday through Sunday. If you're going to the frats, do not expect them to have toilet paper. They won't, and they most likely will not have soap. Soap is like a absolutely forget about it. Toilet paper is like a gamble, but like most of the time it's not going to be there. Bring just a little bit of toilet paper, as much as you need for yourself and your friend, and you'll be good to go, because you will need to pee and you will not have toilet paper. Another tip for the kind of going out section is getting there. Unless you live in Dadisman or Stalnaker or Borman, you're probably going to need to either walk a very long distance or take public transit or Uber to and from the party scenes, because it's all downtown. You're not gonna wanna wait for a bus. In the winter, when it's like 2 degrees out, you're not gonna wanna walk, and you're gonna wanna take an Uber. Here's what I recommend. At night, past 9 p.m. on any going out night, so that would be like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the Uber prices are going to explode and be crazy, crazy high. It can go up to like $25 for just one ride. It's just insane. And even if you're splitting it with a few of your friends, it can add up when you're going to downtown and from downtown multiple nights in a week. We want to save money. So my tip for you is to use Lyft. The cool thing about Lyft is that they do not have surge prices. So when it's 10 o'clock and everybody's making their way downtown and using Uber, and the Uber ride's like $25, you can go on Lyft and it'll only be $8 to $10, because they don't charge more for busier hours. Another pro tip for you guys that I see so many freshmen struggle with, I wish that I could just tell all the freshmen as soon as they walk on campus, like, look, this is how it is. So there is a Barnes & Noble in the Bookstore, which is right next to the Mountain Lair, and they have a Starbucks in there. A lot of people get their coffee there because it's the only place on campus where you can get a Starbucks type coffee. So here's a scenario that's probably going to happen to you. So you're a couple months into school and you're working hard and you're just doing your thing, and coffee is a must for you, and your mom says,
"Hey honey, I'm gonna send you a care package. What do you want?"
And you're like, oh my gosh, this is great.
Mom, you should totally send me Starbucks gift cards, because there's a Starbucks right on campus. I can walk in there before all my classes, get my caffeine fix, and be good to go.
Since the Starbucks is in a Barnes & Noble, technically, it serves Starbucks coffee, but it's not a real Starbucks. So that means that you cannot use a Starbucks gift card at that location. You can use a Barnes & Noble gift card for coffee. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know, but that's just how it is. Do not buy Starbucks gift cards, because it's just not going to work. You're welcome, because I just saved your ass. Another thing that's really cool that I feel like people don't really know about when they first come to WVU is the Maniacs Club. It's basically like a sports fans club for all the WVU sports and teams. So you pay $40, but the benefit of being in the Mountaineer Maniacs Club is that you will get guaranteed seats for every game. So when a football game comes around, you have to go online and request tickets. Sometimes if you're not a Maniac, you won't get a ticket. You also get a lot of cool other perks. So they have different kind of events for people that are Maniacs. You get free t-shirts at certain sporting events. It's just a really great deal, and for $40 for the whole year, I think it's worth it. So another thing, if you're a coffee enthusiast, I'm gonna just tell you a list of all of the best coffee shops in Morgantown. So the first place is called TK's Bubble Tea, and it is downtown. They basically do boba, milk tea type of things and smoothies. There's also the Blue Moose Coffee Shop, which is one of my top 2 favorites. It is also downtown. It's got a really, really cute inside. They have the best iced chai. I would definitely recommend there. There's also the Grind, which is my absolute favorite coffee shop, and it's also the closest to campus. They have the best coffee. I definitely recommend the Milky Joe. If you're going there, get the Milky Joe. It's great. So I definitely recommend that one as well. There's also the Farmhouse Cafe and Terra Cafe. Those are 2 off-campus locations that you probably have to drive to if you're living in like the dorms or something. But if you do have a car, they're definitely worth checking out. And lastly, this is not a coffee shop, but if you're a girl and you're into any kind of fitness at all, or even if you're not into fitness, this is a place for you. Every single girl in Morgantown is obsessed with this place. It's called Healthies. It's basically a fitness shakes club. They have over 50 flavors of shakes and all of them max out at 250 calories. It's only $7 for the whole thing, so it's a pretty good deal. Another tip I have for freshmen especially is the key situation. So most likely you're gonna live in a dorm and you're gonna have a key to your room. When you go out though, you're gonna have to put the key somewhere so that you don't lose it and you're able to get into your room at the end of the night. So I have come up with a great solution. First of all, you can take your key and put it on your hairband and just wear it as a bracelet. It's not going to come off of you and you're going to know where it is at the end of the night, no matter what state you're in. Or I've also taken strappy sandals and hooked it around my sandals and it just stays there all night. But I would definitely recommend doing that because a lot of times you're not going to want to go out with a purse because it's just too much to keep track of. So another tip for freshmen, when you get to WVU, you want to buy all these t-shirts and sweatshirts and whatever. Where do you go to find that? The bookstore, right? No. Incorrect. The bookstore is such a ripoff and you should never go there to buy clothes. Save your money, and this is why. There's a shop downtown called Universities. They have all of the exact same things but for half the price. They usually have deals for like 2 for $20 t-shirts, whereas at the bookstore it's going to be like $30 for a t-shirt. So another great hack for freshmen is do not buy your textbooks in advance. The reason why is because number one, when you get your syllabus, yes, it's going to show you all the books that it says you need. Half the time when you go into your classes, your professor is going to say in the first 5 minutes,
so we actually are not even going to be using this textbook, so you don't have to worry about it.
And by that point, you probably already bought this $200 textbook and you're like, shit. Don't buy your textbooks until at least the first day of class so that you can really get the info on if you actually need it or not. A lot of times you don't need it, and even if the teacher says that you do need it, I would encourage you to go as long as you can without the textbook, because I have made it through many classes without the textbook, even where the teacher said it was imperative and that you would fail if you didn't have it. They're always going to be there. They're really easy to get. You can buy them online, you can buy them at the bookstore. It's really not a hard process, so I definitely recommend not wasting your money on that until you absolutely have to. Another hack for homework, the whole, you know, academic side, which we don't talk about very much because that's the last thing we're thinking about in college, right? So on the homework side of things, one thing that is definitely going to save your ass is Quizlet. So a lot of teachers will put different quizzes and tests on eCampus. A lot of times they pick those questions from a question bank from who even knows where, I don't know. But if you're really stuck on a question, you can usually copy the entire question, paste it into the browser, and press search. Because there are so many professors that are using the same bank of questions, there is probably some kid out there who's already made a Quizlet with most of the exact questions and answers that you have on your test. Also, use Command F. So once you click on the Quizlet that seems like it may have the answer, hit Command F, type in a couple unique keywords from that question, and 9 times out of 10 you will find the answer very quickly. So if you're really stuck on a question, try searching it. It's gonna save your ass, I promise. And my last tip for all of you freshmen, you won't have a great time unless you do this very last tip. You need to learn every word to 3 very important songs. Mr. Brightside by The Killers, Take Me Home Country Roads, that's an obvious one, but some people come and still don't know the words, and Sweet Caroline. But the thing is, if you know Sweet Caroline, you need to make sure that every time you sing it, from the time that you step foot on WVU's campus to the time you hit the grave, you have to say the 3 golden words, which is eat shit pit. It doesn't matter if you're at a frat party or if you're in Punta Cana, you need to say eat shit pit or else you're probably gonna get beat up, to be honest. So make sure you know every word to all 3 of those, otherwise you're gonna be in the club or at the frat house or at the house party, sitting in the corner, and everyone's gonna be looking at you like, why aren't you singing? Like, what's wrong with you? That is all you need to have a successful freshman year, in my opinion. So I think that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my second WVU themed video. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps me so much. I would love to know if you like my videos, and if you do, you can do that by clicking subscribe down below. So if you have any video requests, let me know and I'll be sure to do them. And again, if you have any other questions, you can feel free to comment down below or DM me on Instagram or Twitter, and I will definitely get back to you guys. I love talking to you. I love giving people advice. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.